Coming back to our Rich Auntie podcast. I think it's been a while since we've been on. How long has it been, Kason? About 3 weeks?
Yeah, 3 weeks.
And it's funny because people have noticed that, we haven't really been posting much. So I want to let me first say Happy Father's Day to the fathers today, because it is Sunday, Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all those active and participatory fathers in their children's life. You make a difference. So I want to start off with that. But also, I got a lot of people that was reaching out saying, hey, what's up with the podcast? What happened? Are y'all still doing it? This and that, just questioning me about it. So the reason you haven't seen, and I said we're coming back new, is because I'm moving forward with the Rich Auntie podcast, but we have decided to change the name. Thank you to everyone that gave their opinion. It was actually in the air about should we keep the same name or go with, I think Titi Talks was one of the ones that was the most popular, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we decided to change the name to At Titi's House. So for all of you that know, Latinos call their aunties TTs, and I've even heard it in English. Some people call their aunties Titi, and that is just for really ensuring that we trademark our name as we move forward. As we always say, we are building the plane as we fly it. So we are going to continue with that saying. We're going to continue to build this plane as we fly it. Now I am, as you can see, I am by myself. Katrina's no longer on the podcast. She has decided to leave the podcast, and she is going back to school, which I'm very proud of you, Katrina. Good, I hope you the best as you move forward with your purpose. I feel like this is my purpose, and that's why I'm back. And sorry about that, guys. Got a phone call. So as I move forward, this is the new TT's House, At Titi's House podcast. And we're just going to keep moving forward. My producer is going to stick with me as we continue to, experiment. I'm going to say experiment because we don't know, coming back. Although I was off for the last 2 weeks, I think I was just really taking time to decide whether or not I was going to continue on by myself. As I move forward, I plan on having guests on the podcast. We have set up an option to call in, so we're going to try that. Try the call-in option where you can call and even do it live, right? So we said we were going to get on Facebook Live and Instagram Live and allow y'all to call in and provide commentary as to the topics we're talking about that day, or just, anything that you want to talk about, we'll talk about on the podcast. So that's our move forward approach. So we're going to have the opportunity to take phone calls. We are going to, have guests. What else, producer? Am I forgetting something?
No,
have guests as we move forward. So thank you all for all the support that you gave, Katrina and I. Hopefully I continue to get the same support as I move forward as an individual podcaster. I'm super excited to be doing this. I feel like this is my purpose in a sense, and that's why I've decided to come back. Because at first I was like, well, this changes the dynamics, because really, when you're a podcaster and you have another person with you, it gives you the opportunity to kind of feed off each other, and it kind of smooths, kind of goes a little bit more smoother. So now it's just rethinking how you do things as we move forward. So that's going to be interesting. So continue to follow the Rich. Let me change that. Continue to follow At Titi's House. No longer the Rich Auntie podcast. So continue to follow, like, and share. We're starting new and fresh. So we're going to be new on Spotify, new on iHeartRadio, At Titi's House. We are going to be on Instagram and Facebook. We're just changing the name, so you can still find us as you did with the Rich Auntie podcast. Now it's going to be At Titi's House on Facebook and Instagram. So continue to like, follow, and share. Thank you, everyone. So we're back. We are back officially. Today is Father's Day, June 18th, our first episode at TT's House. So let's get into it. What we talking about? Let's talk about. I want to first talk about Juneteenth because that's tomorrow, June 19th. A lot of people have told me, like my job has given me off for Juneteenth, but some
really?
people have said that some jobs have not given them off. Are we not? It's supposed to be a national holiday.
Yeah, I didn't know it went into like full effect that they, because every holiday isn't recognized as like days off.
That's true. Like we don't recognize Columbus Day, but
mean,
I'm really surprised we
anything.
don't recognize Columbus Day, but we're recognizing Juneteenth. Hey, I mean it's great.
Columbus didn't do anything. He lied.
I know, and we're celebrating the emancipation of slavery.
Yeah, for sure.
In the United
Way
States
more
of America, which is way more important than Columbus Day. So I don't mind working on Columbus Day, but I'm glad that my company has observing the holiday. So to all of you that are off tomorrow, well, hey, this is a milestone in history,
For
really.
sure.
For companies to even be acknowledging Juneteenth. So I wanted to mention that. So let's talk about it. I want to talk about YK. Is it Osiriss?
Osiriss.
Osiriss.
Yeah.
Okay, I always say his name wrong, but I like him. YK. So YK, they're at, is it a basketball game they're at?
Yeah, they're at the Crew League, which is like a celebrity type of basketball event.
Oh, okay, so they're there at the celebrity event. And Sukihana is talking, and he just pulls her face towards him and starts trying to. First, he kissed her on the cheek, which that's still personal space.
For sure.
And then he proceeds to try to kiss her twice on the lips. The first time, I think he got her. The second time, she was like hesitant because I think she was in shock.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, why would someone do that? Why do you think? Did he feel like there was a vibe? Like, do you feel? Because when you kiss somebody, that's an intimate.
Yeah, I don't know what he was thinking. Never in my life has that thought crossed my mind to just kiss random
somebody.
woman. Because they said that they never met. He didn't know her. He doesn't know her. She doesn't know him. But he just felt like...
That's crazy to me. I mean, I've had that happen to me twice.
Really?
Yeah,
like a guy
just kissed me. Yeah, actually kissed me on the mouth.
That's crazy.
And one guy, I could say I knew him through friends. And he just grabbed me and he just kissed me, and I was like kind of shocked because I was like, I don't even know you like this.
Yeah.
And I mean, should a woman just smack him? Like, what's your? My first reaction was to say, step back and be like, whoa.
Yeah.
Like, what was that? You know what I'm saying? And kind of like, I don't remember if I walked away. I think I walked away because I was kind of shocked. And then the second time it happened again, the guy just grabbed me and gave me a kiss too, and I was just like. But I kind of knew him. No, a different guy. A different guy. But I kind of felt like I knew him, but I was still shocked because it was our first time meeting in person. And he did that. And I was just like, isn't there something that we consider personal space? Like,
100%.
Is it okay to do that? Would men feel the same way a woman felt if somebody grabbed and kissed you?
Of course.
Woman?
Yeah, I definitely would. I ain't letting that fly.
No.
Depending on who it is.
Oh, yeah. So if it's like Janet Jackson, you're okay with that. Or a celebrity. But if it's just a random chick on the street, you might
you don't
be
know
like,
where her mouth been at.
Yeah, right. That's what I was thinking. So I think that she accepted he did apologize. Like, this is the second thing that he's done.
He's done a lot.
Okay.
He's always
he said it was the second thing that he's done. Is he the same guy that was walking no, that's not him.
That was NLE Chopper.
NLE Chop, okay.
NLE Chopper, yeah.
Okay, he was the one walking the women on the leash. Sukihana was one of them. So I thought that maybe that's why they met before. Okay, so it was not that. They've never met before.
No, never met before.
I don't know why a person thinks that they would have the right to invade your personal space.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they said she got a boyfriend too, so...
Well, she handled it well because she laughed about it, but,
Is that handling it well? Or
I think she was in shock.
Yeah, she said she was in shock from what I heard.
Yeah, she was in shock is what her response was.
Like, she could have uppercutted him, and that'd have been handling
would that
it well
okay?
too. Yeah, of course.
Like, for her to smack him and be like, or
anything.
Push him off, like, what you doing?
Pepper spraying, whatever she chose.
I wonder what's like running through your head when you think that it's okay to do that. Because even I think when it happened to me, I was a little in shock too, because I was just
like, how did you react when...
I don't remember.
So
the first guy was just like kind of walked away. The second time, because I felt like I knew him, I was kind of surprised, but I was like, oh, okay, he must like me.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
Crazy.
Like, maybe he likes me. This is our first time really meeting in person, and he grabbed me and gave me. I think that's dumb to even think that way, but it's like, why would you think that that's okay to kiss somebody like on the mouth at that? Like kissing somebody on the cheek the first time you meet them, that's cool, but to kiss somebody on the mouth, and this is my first time meeting you, that it was kind of weird. Because do you do this with everybody? I guess that was my thought. Like, you like somebody, and that's the first thing you do is grab them and kiss them. Like, do you do this with every woman? And it's funny because I actually end up dating both of the guys that did that. Yeah.
Oh, so you liked it. So that works.
I guess it worked because I was in shock and everything, but I ended up dating them probably for a long period of time.
So maybe YK Osiris is going to end up dating Sukihana.
Sukihana.
Yeah.
Is it
whatever.
Sukihana or
I think you're right. I don't know.
Sukihana, I think is what her name is. Nah, not if she got a boyfriend. And her boyfriend kind of tough. If it's the same guy she been dating, is this a different guy than Bill?
I'm not too sure.
Okay, because I think she was dating a guy named Bill.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm wondering if it's the same guy, because YK, you might get beat up.
Yeah, he might be.
You know what I'm saying? Her boyfriend see you on the street. It might be some confrontation. What you think? Maybe some confrontation?
Yeah, you going to kiss his fist.
Oh, my God. That's so crazy. Oh, you know what, Kason, I forgot to mention, too. For Juneteenth, South Fulton, they're having something at Wolf Creek tomorrow. Yep, at Wolf Creek, and it's free to the public.
Really? What is it?
Oh man! So when this comes out, it's gonna be past due.
It will be, but
hey, it's the first celebration, so I'm sure next year they'll do something just as grand and it's just as big.
Yeah.
I might just post this on my Instagram just to let people know
that.
that they're doing something at Wolf Creek for Juneteenth. So, and it's free to the public. So that's really nice for them to do something like that in observance of the holiday.
Was it a concert or something?
I don't think it's a concert. But they're doing something like maybe speaking events or some type of little festival. Yeah. So if you are around for that, definitely go check that out. Although this is going to be after that. So I don't know, guys. I just found out about it myself this morning. The mayor of South Fulton posted it on his page, and I do follow him, so I just wanted to bring that to everybody's attention. So let's talk about in the news. So we're going to go from let's talk about it to in the news. Did you hear about the guy that his girlfriend went to a different state to get an abortion? And when she came back, they got into an argument. He shot her in the head.
No.
Because she got an abortion.
That's
Texas,
crazy.
Young dude, too. I think he was like 22, and she was like 26 years old. Obviously, there's got to be some physical abuse there. That's why
she got the abortion.
Maybe that's why you think so?
Yeah, probably.
Or mental abuse, physical, emotional abuse, something going on there.
Combined,
yeah, because, they came back. They were arguing. It's caught on camera, by the way, at the apartment complex where I think she lived. And he ended up, they were arguing back and forth. He found out she came back from getting an abortion, and he shoots her in the head.
Man.
Because she has an abortion.
I mean, it's her choice either way.
Yeah, it's her choice. Like, it's her right
not.
to decide. And obviously, it's something going. If a woman doesn't want to have a kid, it's a reason. I'm not going to always say it's a good reason, but it's a reason why you chose not to bring this, baby into the world. And obviously, there's some type of domestic violence going on that the first thing you think about is shooting her in the head and killing her.
Yeah, that's insane.
For not having your baby. Like, I thought that was so sad that happened. So that happened.
You said that was in Texas?
That was in Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Texas. That's so crazy. So sad. I hate to hear stuff like that, because now he's 22 years old and you're going to spend the rest of your life in prison where you can, she had an abortion, but you still had the opportunity to have children with someone else. Maybe with her in the future.
Yeah, when the time is right.
When the time is right.
Situated properly.
22, 26, maybe she didn't feel like the time was right for them to bring a baby into the relationship. Work on building your relationship. Work on, being a better man. Maybe she wasn't ready to be a mother. You have to think about those things. Like, at 22 years old, don't you think? I want to think that, Saul's 22. At 22, you want to think that the person's a bit more mature to be able to handle some news like that. And
you said he was 26?
22, and she was 26.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know if maybe this was her first child, second child. It didn't say.
Yeah.
The article didn't say whether or not it was for her or for him. But I just feel like now you're going to be sitting in jail at 22 years old for, murder.
Yep.
When you had the opportunity to just move past that and move on, confront her, move on, and be like, hey, you didn't even talk to me about. A woman doesn't have to talk to a man
Not
about
at
getting an
all.
abortion. She doesn't even have to tell you
Exactly.
that she's pregnant or that she's deciding to get an abortion. It's her right. It's her body. At the end of the day, you know, just like a man has the right. I think a man has the right to tell a woman that he doesn't want to have a baby.
Mm-hmm.
And if she continues with the pregnancy, it's all on her. Like, that should be a man's right too.
Yeah, but we don't get that right though.
I agree, but some women will walk away and be like, okay, you don't want this baby, I'm just gonna move on, and then in the hopes that you'll change your mind later on, but not making you financially responsible. You can't. I don't think that you should make anybody financially responsible that comes to you and says, I don't want this baby.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
So, you know, it's a lot that comes in. People, first of all, protection. If you're with somebody that you don't want to have a baby with, you should definitely be using, at this day and age, really be using condoms when having sex with people, because you don't know what these people are doing outside of you. That's one. And two, protect yourself, women. Get on birth control. You know, I know that that's not 100% foolproof, but at least take the steps to protect yourself if you're with somebody that you do not want to have a baby with, or if you're out here just randomly having sex with other people. Just, if you don't want to have a baby, protect yourself.
Exactly.
Or you're going to end up with dude with the, how many, 11 kids?
11 kids,
And don't want to support none of them because he didn't want none of them. Like, at the end of the day, come on, we're all adults. Make clear and effective decisions when it comes to your life. You know what I'm saying? Because this is something you have to deal with forever. A child is forever.
Yeah, I already know.
Like, that's why my kids don't have children.
Nope.
Don't have any kids. I can't even say Happy Father's Day to them because they don't have no kids. Like, at the end of the day, you got to make, you know, decisions based off what it worked for you. That's what she was trying to do. Maybe she didn't talk to him about it beforehand, and the shock, maybe he was still in shock that she did it. I don't know, but it's her right to keep it to herself if she doesn't want you to know. So think about, I guess while he's in jail, he'll be thinking about, you know, why did I do this?
Yeah, he regretting it already.
I'm sure he is. I'm sure you got to be regretting it. Speaking of jail, also, and let's talk about it, baby mama contacts baby daddy, not together. They're not together. They have kids together, and asks him for $300. So the baby daddy was like, let me think about it. I'll get back to you. Well, her sister ends up calling him and saying that she needs the $300 to bail her current boyfriend out of jail. Is that crazy or what?
That is crazy, and she is not getting his $300.
But guess what? He gave her the $300.
I mean, he must do a lot for the home situation to make sure.
I forgot the reason why he said he gave her the $300.
He might pick his kid up from school. He's like, yeah, matter of fact, I will give you this $300.
He gave her the $300, but I think it was he gives her the $300. Oh, I know what it was. And it's a real story, y'all. Yeah. He gives her the $300 and counterfeit money.
Oh, that's hilarious. And she went to the jail with she got locked up too. That's grimy.
So he gets a call from the jail. I won't say what jail. I think it didn't say what jail, but he gets a call from the jail, and she says, why would you give me $300 in counterfeit money? So I'm reading this, and I'm thinking, oh, he's doing a good deed till I get all the way to the bottom. And he says, I'm getting a call from the county jail.
I mean, that's one way to get custody of your kids.
But why would you give her counterfeit money to go bail somebody out of jail?
That's grimy.
Oh my God. So I don't know if she must have had, maybe not a bail bondsman. She must have went straight to the jail, to the jail to get him out.
I guess I don't know how it works.
I don't know how it works. I thought you had to get a bail bondsman to get somebody out of jail. So,
but maybe it's the bail bondsman only when you're paying a percentage of it.
I think so. But if you have the money, maybe it was like a minor traffic violation, whatever. So you went down there and bailed him out. Man, I think that is so foul. Baby daddy, you foul as hell to give her counterfeit money. But how do you not know it's counterfeit money?
Nah,
some of it look real.
It look real. Somebody gave me counterfeit money before, and
that is so crazy to me.
Or you won't notice unless you really look at it hard. You're
my God, I thought that was crazy. That was crazy to me. So. Mm-hmm. All right, so as we're starting this new podcast, I want to say that I didn't focus on a lot of topics today. Mm-hmm. as far as like in the news and stuff, I just really wanted to really come in and just introduce the new podcast and focus on like the segments we're going to have. So as far as segmentation of introducing, so we're going to stick with Let's Talk About It, which is almost like at Auntie's house. So let's talk about it. In the news is going to be another one. And then Green and Greens, which will focus on health and wealth. So on financial matters, those type of things, and things that you can do, you know, for your own, you know, for your own health, bringing like articles, bringing things that people are doing today. You know, like people, this is a big juice crave. Did you know people are juicing?
Yeah, remember I used to juice heavy.
I remember you and Ayana used to juice a long time ago. So how did you feel like, how did you do it? Did you introduce like 3 meals and then you juiced as a snack, or were you just like juicing 7 days a week? Like how did that work?
Usually it was breakfast. I used to juice for breakfast.
Okay.
And then eat the other 2 meals.
Okay. So you just juice 1 meal, and then come in with 2 meals.
After
well balanced meals, because you guys were pescatarians at one time before going vegetarian. So did you basically become a vegetarian after that?
After I was juicing while a vegetarian. I had already got out of the pescatarian.
Okay, because I remember you guys went from being pescatarian to vegetarian, and then y'all was juicing. I just bought my first juicer.
Oh, did it come in already?
It comes in today, actually.
Yeah,
so I'm super excited about that because I've never juiced.
Yeah, it's good. I liked it.
And everybody's asking me, like, what juicer did you buy? People, I cannot fathom spending $600 on a juicer.
Yeah.
Just because I'm just starting off. Now, if I really develop, you know, consistency, because it's so hard to change your diet and to change and be consistent. So for me, I bought one off of Amazon. It wasn't that expensive. I think it was like $199.
No, that's a good one.
And I got like a $30 coupon off of it. So I paid like $150 or something like that.
Yeah, how were the reviews on it?
The reviews were actually really good. As far as it's separating quiet, it separates the actual fruit, the pulp from the actual juice,
that's the most important
which is
part.
good. And what I liked about it too is that you could use it to chop and do other things too. Although I already have a food processor, I don't even know. Sometimes I just think, oh, that's good, and it's easy to clean, quick to put together. So I was looking for something that, for me, and it said, you know, I chose this one because it still breaks down the fruit and the vegetables, and you're not finding a lot of pieces in there, because I've seen some that left like pieces in there, and people said you had to keep doing it and whatever. So this juicing is new to me. So I'm super excited about juicing because I hadn't done it in the past.
Yeah, I think you'll like it.
And what's the difference between that and blending everything? It doesn't separate, the blender doesn't separate.
It doesn't fill you up as much. You know, the blender, you're still eating all the other parts of
the fruit and vegetable.
Yeah, exactly. This is just extracting just straight the nutrient.
The juice. Okay, and then you can use it. I even thought about it. I was like, oh, I can use this to even make my own broth and stuff from different things. You can use the juice from like the celery, and onions, you know, carrots, because it does I didn't even know carrots had juice in them like that.
No, for sure.
Oh my God, it was so crazy to me. So that's, you know, something that I'm focusing on for myself is really just changing my diet overall. And I said, man, people are really using this juicer. And I know Trina's boyfriend, Robert, Trina's man, Robert, I mean, I say boyfriend because her man, Robert, has been juicing, and he lost a lot of weight juicing. Yeah. Like, it was really, I don't know if he cut out meals. I'm going to have to ask him and really because I was thinking I'll juice. I can't see myself just juicing 3 meals. No, that's all day. Like, no. I was like, how do I incorporate this juicing? We're trying to be full, yeah, I'm trying to be full at the end of the day. But eat right, a good balanced meal. So people are juicing, and people are doing detoxes. So a detox that I want to try I'm going to do a 7-day detox before juicing. Okay. I think I'm gonna try to do a 7-day detox, everybody. It might not last 7 days. I don't know. It's like a detox drink where it's like lime, lemon, cucumber, and spring water, and you drink it for 7 days. And I think you can eat while you're doing the detox too. Yeah, of course. It's really just get the toxins out. It does. It does get the toxins out of your body. I was so it basically detoxifies your body, right? So it decreases bloating. it fights toxins, especially for your kidneys when you're doing that detox.
Yeah.
It cleans the toxins out of your kidneys and stuff because you know your kidneys is what's really getting rid of waste.
Important.
So we got to take care of our kidneys, man.
Sure.
Kidneys are important. I don't want to give nobody my kidney.
No, I want both of them.
I want both of mine
Yeah.
to work. But that was one thing that I think people are detoxing. They're juicing. There's a guy that I follow on Instagram. There's actually two guys that I follow on Instagram. The one that I talked about before, I forget his name on Instagram, but I'm following him. He has some good recipes that he shares on Instagram. I'll have to post it in the thing. But there's two guys that I follow, and one of them is really funny because he talks about animal products and how animals are like, you're eating the animals and this and that. You know, he's really into the juice and stuff. But they must juice, and that's all they do. Can you live off of just juicing?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to think. That's my bad.
Like, can you really tell me about it, guys? Can you live off of just juicing?
I mean, if I had to, I'd rather eat some food too, though. Just eat healthy.
Like
as
different
healthy as
textures of food and stuff like that too.
I mean, it's people who like getting bad accidents and stuff that can't consume food that live off of just.
Yeah, you're right,
Yeah,
Kason.
like-
They're fed through a tube, and it
Like
has
people
to be
who are vegetative
vegetative state.
Yeah, exactly. So they're just being
it's
fed
crazy
through a
because
tube.
I think about when my mom was at, they gave her like a protein type thing. I don't think they gave her like pureed vegetables or anything, which are, I don't know, would it have been better than protein? I don't know.
Yeah.
Because they say when you juice, you lose the protein. You got to eat protein.
say,
That's the hardest thing. What do you find the hardest thing? When you went from being a pescatarian to being a vegetarian, what did you find was like the hardest thing to change? You were still like with the seafood. Like what was hard? How did you change your diet? Like what did you incorporate for the texture of meat? Because I always think of the texture of seafood, even it's a texture that's different from the vegetables that you eat.
Yeah, I just ate things that could be both, like tacos. You know, there's fish tacos and the veggie tacos. You can't taste the difference. I can't taste. I'm not feeling the textures. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's so crazy to me because I want to do it more of a alkaline diet. And for me, I've been reading, and it says normally your body is in a 7.5 pH. And they said even being too alkaline is not good for the body. And people that are usually on an alkaline diet, like they change like the flour that they use, they change no processed foods, high vegetables and fresh fruits and vegetables. So anything that's coming off a tree, out the ground, and no processed foods. So I have cleaned out my pantry, y'all, and got rid of all the processed foods. If I can't make it myself, then I'm just not going to eat it.
Exactly.
And that's the mind frame that I'm trying to think of. Even today as we get together, because usually on Sundays we try to get together and have dinner. And I was like, oh, well, I need to think about, I wanted to make pizzas. And I was like, I have to think about how to make pizza now that I'm trying to do alkaline.
Yeah.
But there's chickpeas flour.
Yeah.
There's millet flour, there's chickpeas flour. So there's so much stuff out here where you don't have to completely cut off everything.
You just got to substitute. Because you was already making your own dough and everything, so you just got to
you just got to do it with the chickpeas flour now. So, and actually chickpeas flour doesn't take long to, with the regular flour, you have to wait for it to rise. With chickpea flour, you don't have to wait for it to rise.
Oh, like automatically.
It's automatic. You just mixed it with alkaline water, and you make your pizza dough. You can make it immediately, your pizza dough. So this is going to be interesting. I have to come back and tell y'all how it works because it's my first time. Like I even ordered stuff off of Amazon, like bread, millet bread, to try that kind of stuff. They said pumpernickel is good.
Yeah, I like pumpernickel.
You like pumpernickel? Yeah, so pumpernickel is good too. I like pumpernickel too. So it's a whole different way of eating. It has its pros and its cons. So I suggest that if you decide that you want to change your whole eating, for me, I'm gonna have to stay with the seafood for a while. So I think I'm gonna do pescatarian type, alkaline diet. I'm just cutting out processed foods. and meat.
Yeah, you should go to. Have you ever been to like Whole Foods or Sprouts?
I have been to Whole Foods. Matter of fact, yesterday I wanted to go in there and I forgot
Yeah,
as
you
I was
should.
leaving.
Just because that's a more. That's a compared to like Kroger and Publix, they have a bigger variety
of things. So I'm sure I can
Exactly.
probably find. I actually Googled it, and Whole Foods does have chickpea flour.
Yeah, I would imagine.
And they do sell millet bread too. So they do sell a lot of stuff that you would not
Yeah, you
find
just
in
gotta
the
go to the right spot.
You definitely ain't gonna find it in the Food Depot, y'all.
No, not in or the dollar store.
Or the dollar store, or Walmart.
No.
Walmart has some stuff though, but
Yeah,
not
it does.
everything.
Not
So
too
definitely, if you are, and you also want to consult with your doctor before you make any changes to your diet, because you got to find out or see a nutritionist too. I thought about that too. I said maybe I'll see a nutritionist just to help me kickstart this new diet. And I'm doing no sugar, so no sugar. That's hard to do. Oh my god.
Yeah, especially because you love soda.
No, but I don't drink soda like that. But if I go out, I want to drink soda. So
Yeah.
I went and met Trina for lunch yesterday, Saturday. Yeah, so we met for lunch, and I was like, I drank water, like even not to order tea. Like sometimes you just, but I drink a lot of water, so I don't know. It's definitely gonna be a life changer for me. I'll tell y'all how it's going.
Yeah, updates coming soon.
Updates coming soon, yeah. So I'm reading a lot about the alkaline diet, and that's Dr. Sebi. I even am going to purchase the cookbook.
Oh, they got Dr. Sebi.
Yeah,
Sebi?
cookbook. Yeah,
Is
they
it
got a
Sebi
cookbook.
or Sebi?
Dr. Sebi.
Sebi,
Is it
yeah.
Sebi or Sebi?
I don't
know,
know.
y'all, but he was great. So definitely, if you're looking to change your diet, a more alkaline diet, you got to cut out meats. I didn't know they were so acidic. You don't think of meat as being acidic. You think about oranges and tangerines and lemons and limes as being acidic, but they are acidic.
I don't know. I never felt comfortable about eating animals. Even when I was younger, I never really.
So have you ever had the mushroom chicken sandwich? Because
Burgers and everything, yeah.
I definitely want to try
Mushrooms
that.
are a great substitute. You were just asking, like, what's a good substitute for meat?
Yeah,
Mushrooms is
mushrooms
a good one.
are. So they were saying like the texture of mushroom. I forget the name of the mushroom. It's really big, and they cut it and they make a fried. It seems like it's fried chicken, but it's actually a fried mushroom.
Yeah, I've had
And
a
they
burger.
said the texture is really, really good.
Yeah, it's good.
So with being a vegetarian, and I wonder, like being alkaline, you could still eat like the Impossible Burger and that kind of stuff, right? Because there's it's a plant-based product.
Maybe I don't
Or
know.
maybe because it's processed.
Vegans might not eat it. Yeah, I mean, or like real like those type of vegans that you're speaking of that are on like the alkaline diet. I don't think that they do, because I knew somebody who was a raw vegan. Like all they ate was raw things.
Oh,
And she had a very strict diet.
Wow.
Yeah.
So raw means.
She didn't cook nothing. It
Yeah,
was
because
just
I
all
would think
just-
the plant-based patties are processed.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So, and I'm trying to stay away from the processed
Yeah.
foods. So, because they have a lot of sugar and salt in them too. So, I'm telling you, I want to say enjoy life, but in order to be around longer, you have to really look at
attention.
what you're putting into your body and pay attention into what you're consuming, because you are what you eat at the end of the day.
100%.
You are what you eat, guys. So I always, changing your diet is very, very hard. I love fried chicken wings.
Fried chicken
And I
wings.
love lemon pepper wings. Like at the end of the day.
No, you just got, that they make they make it at cauliflower wings. Have you had those before? You ain't like them?
They don't taste the same.
Yeah,
It's not
okay.
like biting a piece of chicken and being like, this is good.
I mean,
But there was somebody that I followed on Instagram that made, I don't know if it was like a mushroom, but it shaped it into she filled it with, whatchamacallit. It was like, you know how you get the casings for the sausage?
yeah, I've seen the casings. Yeah.
Okay, so you get the casing for the sausage. This is crazy to me. She got the casing for the sausage and she filled it with plant protein, but it was shaped like a chicken
Like a
wing,
chicken,
y'all.
yeah.
Now that I might try, because it was shaped. It could fool you into being a
it's
chicken
like,
wing.
this is chicken.
This is a chicken wing, but I've seen. People out here are so freaking creative when it comes to being vegetarian and vegan. Like the way that they cook their foods, the way that they substitute things. I mean, just this lady. I'm gonna find her, y'all, and I'm gonna share her because I was so amazed by how she used the casings to make these wings, and she shaped them like a little, like a drummet and like a little thing.
Yeah, that's funny. They probably good too.
Oh my God. I want to try them. Anybody knows where I can get me a vegan chicken wing? Let me know, because I'm interested in trying that. But, like I said, changing your diet is hard, people. It's a change of mind. The way, mentally, you have to change the way you eat. That's why people that get the surgeries, what are they called? Gastric bypass surgeries. That's why some of them are successful and some are not, because you have to change the way you think. And changing the way you think and eat is really, really, it's hard.
Yeah, especially after doing it for 40, 50 years, 30 years,
Yeah, I've been eating meat my entire life. Like, how do you not, even as a baby, the canned foods, beef, chicken, you're feeding your kids this from day one.
Yeah.
It's not, they're using ammonia to wash your meat.
Yeah.
Your chicken, your beef, like at the end of the day, that shit cannot be good. Clone chickens.
Yeah.
Fat chicken, like at the end of the day, like that stuff can't be good for you. Your stomach, although your stomach is the most acidic organ that you have because it has to break down the food that you eat, you still can find different ways to eat. I don't know. I know it's going to be hard for me. I'm going to keep y'all informed on my journey, because I think that eating is, changing your diet is the only way, you're going to be around for a long time.
Yeah,
and I know that from just looking at my people,
around,
my people in Panama and how they eat. Now, I'm not going to say all my people ain't chubby or whatever, but there's some chubby vegans.
Oh, for sure.
Because they eat a lot of pasta and a lot of, what you think makes vegans? A lot of potatoes, a lot of pasta, a lot of rice to
but
supplement.
also some people just have slow metabolism, and no matter what they eat, they still going to be a little heavier.
Yeah, that's true. That is so true.
Or maybe they're eating big meals no matter what they're eating. So it could be a lot of things.
Portion size has a lot to do with it. Quantity and quality does have a lot to do with it too. How much you eat and the type of food that you eat. It's funny because a friend of mine, me and him were talking about this, and he used to be a ex-bodybuilder. And he was like, when I was bodybuilding, I was eating the poorest. He said, you think bodybuilders eat the poorest? They eat the most that they can. And he said, but they're not clean eaters. Yeah. He was like, I was going to McDonald's, Burger King. Like, I was eating 2 and 3, 4 burgers, to build muscle. And I was like, what? Yep. You got to be kidding me. He was like, no, I'm serious. I was eating a lot of high-fat foods to be a bodybuilder.
Stick to your body,
to stick to your muscle. And I was like, wow. And now, he's a little overweight now that he ain't bodybuilding no more. So he was like, I paid the price at the end of the day, because once I stopped, the muscle turned to fat. And he was like, you have to really think about, when you're a bodybuilder, are you a clean eating bodybuilder? Are you using drugs to build muscle too? Yeah, like steroids? Steroids, to build muscle. So I don't know. I just can tell y'all this. I'm on this new journey of eating better, not eating processed foods. I'm going to let y'all know how it goes, though. I know I keep saying that, but I'm going to let you know how it goes. So once again, thanks for tuning in to At Titi's House. This is our new podcast. Happy Father's Day to the fathers. Enjoy Juneteenth if you're off. And come back and see us next week at Titi's House.
Adios.
Adios, amigos.